Hello and welcome to Stock Music Licensing. My name is Daniel Carrizales from stockmusiclicensing.com. Today I want to share with you another tip that I use when mixing my compositions and getting my tracks mixed as fast as possible. Now, as you can see here, I have a static mix. And what is a static mix? A static mix is when you just grab the faders and you just start mixing the track that you're working on with just a pan and the actual faders up and down, nothing else. As you can see, I have here some guitar parts that are being panned to the left or to the right. I got my drums around here. It's not a very big session. And it's just to get a quick idea of how this mix should sound without any processing whatsoever. And this is a good technique to get into the habit of it, because we're wearing different hats at times. When composing the actual track, earlier on in the process, we start to mix as we are composing, but it's a good idea to just start the composition process as simple as possible and not go so crazy with EQ or compression. And I just wanted to play you a little bit of this particular music track that I've been working on lately. And you can see that I have nothing, no EQ, no compression, no reverb, or nothing. And it's just a way of really getting the levels right. Sometimes the faders go all the way down. Some faders are a little bit more erratic. It just depends really on the volumes that you want to implement. So I'm just going to play you a little bit of this music track and see how it sounds so far. So this is my bread and butter classic pop rock kind of track, kind of like a corporate track, I guess, as well. And what it is like I'm just mixing, like I mentioned, with just bring the faders up and down. Is not the final decision making when it comes down to actually if I'm going to leave it here or a little bit more loud in volume, depending on what instruments I'm treating. But I'm concerned about how can I get the mix as balanced as possible with just my volumes, my faders, and the actual panning of the particular instruments. And I do record a lot of guitars, and I just like to make sure that the guitars are wide open. And this is just before I even EQ and treat it in any particular way or any effect. So in the beginning we'll be sounding something like this. So at this stage, I'm just concerned with actually where do they belong in the actual stereo field, and then later on I can go and further and enhance that with delays or reverb or whatnot. Mind you, these two guitar parts have been overdubbed, meaning that I have recorded once here in the left channel, and then I have re-recorded that part again to give it even more of a wide feeling, because it's not perfect in time, both guitar playing, so it's not been programmed or anything. It's a little bit off one with the other. So I'm just really looking to position things and instruments in different parts of the stereo field, and so I'm working with volume and actually panning. So it's just a quick technique to get into the habit of actually start the mixing process doing a static mix, which is pretty much just that, just getting the volumes right, or at least in the ballpark where you want them, and as well giving them a position in the stereo field where they're going to be belonging, if they're going to go left or right, so you can start your mixing process like that, okay? And you will be surprised how good things can sound with just volume and panning. So that's the tip of today. Leave in the comment sections what you think of this, if you implement the static mix in your mixing process, and how do you start your mixing process as well. So again, thanks a lot for all the love and support. Thanks for sharing, for loving all the videos that I've been making lately. And as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.